Hello, grade 12. Welcome back to the channel, Science Therapy, hosted by the one and only science therapist, Uabutewa Sos Ukobela Maths. And without any further ado, let's look at these questions that we have here. Okay, so we have question 7, still on differential calculus. It says given f of x is equals to negative 2x squared plus 1, says determine f prime x from first principles, right? So this is how you go about it. Number one, we said it, we have been preaching it. So first thing that you want to do is try to figure out what should be the solution. So that's negative 4x. And then obviously this one, the derivative will just be 0. So that means our solution is just negative 4x, right? Okay, so now let's get to the real deal. So which is number one, you have to write the expression for f of x. And then just below, write the expression for fx plus h, which means wherever you see x, you have to replace by x plus h, then plus 1. This point, we need to expand this. And then we go ahead multiplying with the negative 2. Like that. And then there we go. So there are no like terms here. So there's nothing that you are adding to the other here. You just simply leave it like that. Then we have our f prime x. Let's start solving. We write lim h approaching 0, fx plus h minus fx, and then over h, right? Now at this point, we know that we have to just carry on saying lim h approaching 0. Take this whole expression here for fx plus h, like that, plus 1 minus, again, let's be careful when we are substituting in our expression for f of x, we need to say minus and then put it inside the brackets, like that, then over h, then again, lim h approaching 0. This point, we know that we should just cancel out the ones that will cancel out, negative 2x squared, and that negative 2x squared will cancel out because it will eventually come out as a positive. Then the positive 1 and the positive 1 will cancel because it will come out as a negative, so it will be 1 minus 1. Then we have negative 4xh minus 2h squared over h. Then this is equals to lim h approaching 0. We have the h here. Then if we factor out h, this is negative 4x minus 2h over h. This point, we know that the h and the h will divide out. And then we have, so this is the point whereby we now drop off the lim h approaching 0. We're no longer putting it there. So that's 4x. And then just in the position of h, we put 0 there. So therefore, our f prime x should be equals to negative 4x. And are we confident about our solution? 100%, because we have already checked it there. Right. That's how you get your easy 5 marks from first principles. Then 7.2.1. We are to determine our f prime x if we are given that expression there. So let's first start by writing the expression that we are given, and then 5 over x. Now, the first thing that you want to do, remember, our commandments are we should not derive with the variable on the denominator. So the first thing that we do is we prepare our expression for derivation. So we take this x here, and then we have to throw it up there to the numerator. So it will be 5x to the exponent of negative 1. Now at this point, we write f prime x should be equals to what? So the 2 multiplied by half, that's going to be 1. So that's x. And then if we subtract 1 from the 2, that's just x like that. Then if we take the -1 and multiply by this coefficient, that's a +5. But if we subtract 1 from here, we're going to end up with -2. Now, it is not necessary for you to write this in terms of positive exponents. You can just leave your answer like that. It is absolutely fine, right? Then there was 7.2.1. Let's go to 7.2.2. We have dx and then -2x squared plus root 4x over x squared. Now here we have to obey our 2 commandments, which is number 1, we should not derive with our variable in set form, and number 2, we should not derive whilst the variable is a denominator. So number 1, it's preparing this for derivation. So this is -2x squared. And then if we take this out from here, this will be x to the exponent of 1 over 4 all over x squared. Now, how can we deal with this? Let's not forget, this means all over x squared. So we can simplify this one and write it as -2x squared. So write this as -2x squared over x squared, then plus x to the exponent of 1 over 4 over x squared, right? And then we know at this point the x squared and the x squared will cancel out. So I'm still keeping the dx because I haven't derived yet. So when you haven't derived, you still need to keep that dx. Then here, from here, we can just say, remember, the bases are the same. So we have to subtract the exponents. So from subtracting the exponent, if we say 1 over 4 minus 2, that is supposed to give us x to the exponent of, is it -7 over 4? Yes, I believe so. Then that means having to derive here. Now, since I'm deriving, I will now get rid of the dx and just put the equal sign. So deriving -2 is just 0. So we won't have anything there. But then deriving this one, we end up with -7 over 4. And then x to the exponent of -11 over 4. Right. So if we subtract 1 here, if we subtract 1 from -7 over 4, that's -11 over 4. And this becomes our solution. This becomes our derivative. So that's how you were supposed to go about answering this question. So yeah, 3 marks for all of this. Yeah. But then it is what it is. If you know, you know. Okay, so that's it for 11 marks. That's how we were supposed to approach this. So please press the thumbs up button if you've enjoyed the lesson and then you found it helpful. And if you've been watching the videos and haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Please smash that subscribe button. But most importantly, please share the link with your friends and classmates so that they may also find assistance. Remember, do not be selfish. We are winning as a team.